Yeah, hi. It's the time for live again today. Before I start, I just do a share first. Yeah, hi. It's Okay, so today what I'm going to share is about the topic. Wait just share screen first. So today the topic I was telling all of you that I will be running a series of property selection. Today I will be talking about properties that is between 900,000 to 1.1 million. Okay. Wait, give me a while. The share is not working. Okay. So while waiting for more people to come in, now we got 9, 10. Hi, Terrence. Nice to see you. Hope to see you every week. Those who are in, please, I mean, I will repeat this again and again. Please help me like and share my post and the live and my page itself. Okay, so I just share with. Okay, so I'm very happy to see everyone again this week. This is the 11th episode of the live. And today I'm going to talk about how do we select based on 900,000, 1.1 million, what are the properties that we would want to buy. Y'all can hear me clearly, right? Okay, so if y'all can't, y'all please put in the chat so that I know. Okay, so what am I going to talk about today? I have actually one resale property and 3 new launches that I will speak about. And of course, moving forward, based on 1.2 to 1.1.2, 1.3, 1.2 to 1.4, I got more interesting property to talk about, and that will have quite a number of resale freehold property that we are going to talk. Because for the last episode and today, all the resale that I'm going to talk about is focusing on only rental yield. Because properties in this range, we do not have those that have huge capital appreciation that we are going to talk about. We are focusing more of like how much rental I can actually get back, how much rental I can actually take. Okay, so that is the focus that we have. Okay, but for properties that is bigger, we can actually focus more on own stay. So that's why for the next episode, I will be talking about more of a resale property that to come by. Okay, as what I shared during the last live, I told all of you that for lower quantum properties, nowadays we do not have a lot of new properties that we can buy. But today we have slightly more. Next 2 session we have more because I realized in today's market, because all the units that is left, we got a lot of good properties for the bigger one. Okay, of course I'm not included all those that's going to come they're going to launch in the next few months time because we do not know the price yet, we do not know anything yet. Okay, so without further ado, I will get to kickstart first. So today what am I sharing? I'm going to share my scope is very simple, 3 properties. Actually, in fact, 1.1 to 1.2, I got 2 properties in that. I will go into the type of units and even the units number. Okay, so later if you got any questions, you can actually put in the chat itself to let me know so that I can do it. I can answer you immediately from here. Okay. Okay, so those who are just in, can you just help me like and share the post? And also, if you want, you can actually invite your friends over to by using a watch party. And once we finish, you can help me like and share the page itself. So next time when we got live, you will be informed. Because usually when you follow me, then the live show it will be shown to you, and you can actually click a link that they will actually notify you. Okay, so the last part we will have a Q&A, which you can ask me all the questions that you have in mind. I'll try my best to answer everything that I could. Okay. Okay, so 900,000, what are we talking about? 900,000, I'm going into a resale property, but this is more towards a 1 million point because 900,000, we are talking about 900 to 1 million. Okay, so actually, in fact, I wanted to put in Sky Suite Anson, but Sky Suite Anson, I realized one thing is that the rental is not fantastic. Because if I take comparison into the properties that I talked about last week, which is what is that? The one off. 800 over 1,000, we can fetch about 2526. Sky Suite Anson, about 900,000, also about that range. So of course, there's an advantage that is in CBD. That's the only thing that I can talk of. But today I'm going to show one thing is actually the Icon. Okay, so the Icon is a project that I myself love. Very convenient. Downstairs, you just have an Icon Village. 2007 completed, 646 unit. It's already 13 years old. If we go by the tenure, it's already 18 years old. So it's a bit older, but of course, it's generating very good rental. That's for sure, one thing. Second thing is what? Second thing is that if you look at the price, sometimes you can find properties in Icon at 900 over $1,000, all the way up to about $1 million. So if you can find anything that fall below 1 million, I think this is something that you want to look into. And why I look at Icon? Because the key thing is that the maintenance in Icon is one of the lowest that I've seen in across Singapore. I can't remember exact figure, but it's $100 over for a one bedroom. So all these are going to eat into your profit, because it's going to eat into your rental. You know, when you get rental, you are the one as landlord to pay off all these things, the maintenance, the property tax, all these things. So you have to take all this into consideration when you are buying a property, because end of the day, these are all your monies. These are the monies that they are accumulating. Because to buy a resale and a property for rental, you definitely need something that every month you have some passive, or in long run you are going to save up. Okay, so I'm going to run through this real quick, because this is something that I spoke about in terms of how I analyze the rental type of property in the last show, last session that I did. But later on, we are going to go more in depth in the new launch site, new launch segment. So those who just join in, just help me like and share the live, and also later help me like and share the post. Thank you very much. Okay. So Icon rental, you see average is about 3,000 all the way for, we took look at only one bedroom, the 500-600 square feet, because we do not want to take the bigger unit to make comparison. All the way up to about 3,006, as you can see from here. Also 500-600 square feet. So actually the rental rates that you are getting is very determined by what thing? It's very determined by how you actually spend a bit of effort to dress up the place, you know, things like that. To you know, just go IKEA. Sometimes you buy some furniture, it will be nice. Don't just leave the place as it is, because these are the things that will help you get better rental. Okay, so go straight into the point. 980 purchase price. If you can get anything below 1 million, it will be fantastic, but it will not be easy, I would say. But if you, you can be always constantly be looking around. If you get slightly above 1 million, there's something that you still can go in. Okay, interest of 918 if we buy at 980. Maintenance fee and property tax is much lower, because the maintenance fee here is low. Rental 3,003, you have a positive of 2,082. I'm not saying that you get passive income. This is money that is, some is passive income, some that is actually built into your house, which means what? Which means when you sell, these are money that is paid to the principal amount. So these are money that will come back. These are savings that the tenants are putting in for you. So in long run, I always tell my clients, very simple, when you have money, when you're CPF, when you're staying with your parents, you know, when we do investment, is usually we are in this situation. Okay, when we do property to buy, to rent out, usually we are like, oh, I got 50,000, I got 200,000 CPF, I'm staying with my parents, this money I got no place to actually put it in, I put it into a property. So it's very simple, 200 over 1,000 CPF, 50,000 cash. In long run, $2,000 positive a month. If we talk about 48 months, you already take back about $100,000. So in terms of cash to cash return in 4 years time is about 200%, which is very difficult to find in other investment tools. So if you have sufficient CPF, this is something that you want to go for. But of course, we can also look at the upside of the profit itself. Although all these property are bought, you see, even those who bought at 1,006, 1,007, they still have a possibility to make about 50 over 1,000 to 100,000. So I'm not greedy. I mean, buying a resale, I'm not really greedy. If I buy my rental 5 years, I make 100,000 and I make 100,000 profit. That's a $200,000 return. I'm happy. I mean, I'm really happy with that return. So if we can get like a 50,000 to all the way to 150,000, there's the time that you can think of going to exit. But of course, you need to hold for 3 years. So because of the SST. So rental properties, buy, rent out, 3 years later, start to look out for buyers in the meantime when you're renting. So keep renting and look out to sell. If you got a good profit and the time come, sell the unit, move on to the next one. Okay. So now we are moving towards a 1 million mark, and of course 1 million today I'm going to talk about Florence Residences. I just go through some of the units that is available. I still see some of the units that is doable. So I'm going to run through. But of course, Florence Residences, the price have already went up by about 6%. Some of my buyers bought the unit at 900 plus. Today I saw one floor down or one floor up is about 1.05, 1.06 million. So bear in mind, later I'm going to show you some things. Of course, I'm going to talk a bit about the profit margin today. So this is Florence 1410 unit, uncompleted yet still under construction. This is a new launch development. Okay, this is not the break even of Florence. I'm going to talk about the break even that will help you make and lose money. Okay, so if we see this, I'm going to do some comparison. I'm not going to go in depth into the break even today. I'm just going to touch and go. So Tre Residences is a project that is located in Aljunied. Okay, beside Aljunied MRT, break even is 1256 per square foot. Okay, so when they launched at 1006, it's actually having about 350 to $400 profit margin, which I personally always tell my clients that I'm not saying that when you have a low profit margin, you are definitely going to make money. It's not true. It's that there's a lot of other elements that we look at, but of course, profit margin is one thing that will determine whether the developer will raise price. So if the developer in the first part already have a huge amount of profit margin, the chances of the price raising is slightly slimmer. So you see this 1006 at one point, it actually go up to 1650 and it come down. Because why? Because this point, they're actually making about $400 in terms of the break even to the price that they're selling. So if you see, they actually hover around what price? 1004, which is about $150 difference from the break even. So this is the point that I'm always very sensitive. If you buy something that is within $100 to $200, you are actually quite safe. Okay, so now we see next. Why I take these two comparison? Because Grandeur Park is in Tanah Merah. Okay, this is in Aljunied, which is one MRT stop away. So Tanah Merah break even is the same, 1238, just now 1256. So it's almost the same break even that we are talking about. But these have a different outcome because they launched at about 1,350 and is at a very close profit at about $150. And the price, after they sell a good number of units, the price actually went up to about $1,500. So you see, by right, Aljunied is a better location because it's nearer to the town compared to Tanah Merah. But Aljunied prices came down because the developer are working on a bigger profit that that I'm comfortable with. But of course, I leave it to you. I'm going to show you one last case, which is actually Gem Residences, and show you how usually the developer manage the prices. So that's why I want to let you all know that actually in today's market, if you look at Florence, there is a point where they have already raised price, but if you find certain units, they're still quite close, there's still room for growth because where the developer increase price is usually at the end. So we look at this, Gem Residences, break even is 1232, at first average of 1004, and it came up. You see the uptrend is at the end, nearer to the 1819 range, nearer to the TOP time, which is the last 5% of the sales. The earlier 90 or I can say 80 to 90% of the sales, usually they will raise price, yes, but very marginal. You can see even the raise is at this range that we are talking about. The huge upturn is usually at the back. Okay, so I show you what happened to Gem Residences. Look at this, 3807 bought at 1.461 million. 3507, 1.5 years later, bought at 1.888, which is a 420,000 jump by the developer. Why? Because these two are all new purchase. New purchase means that the developer raised price. It's not a resale property. It's not a resale transaction that we are talking about. So 3 floor higher, but 400,000 higher in terms of prices. Okay, no, 3 floor higher, but 400,000 lower in terms of prices. So that is a huge jump. But if we look all the way to the front, you look downwards. This 0307 is bought on very, very early phase, which is you can see at the earlier launch time, May 2016. I think this is on the launch day or slightly somewhere there. Okay, bought very, very close to a break even, 1318. The break even is 1238. So bought at about $80 mark from the break even. Very, very good price. Along the way, second floor went up. You see, in 2017, second floor went up to 1.31. So it's about 80,000 or 75,000 jump. What am I trying to show you? Earlier part, the earlier phase, do you see the price jump a lot? Actually, you don't, because it's only at $80,000, which is let's say of 6%, which is the same as Florence now. But the huge jump come when at the end, which is the point they are left with a handful of units. So if we are buying in between, slightly higher, is it something that we should buy? This one you got to think, because I always say, if you see the jump is not huge yet, then you can actually consider. How do we gauge this? You just go to, or you can approach those who are a consumer here. You can approach your agent. Those that agent here, you can use square foot. You can check your upstairs, downstairs, what price they have sold 1-2 years ago. Then you will know whether the price have already jumped, because it's best to determine whether the price go up by looking at properties on your same stacks. Okay, so if you look at the upstairs, downstairs, the price didn't go up, then that is something that you can actually consider, because or it go up a bit, then you can think about it. Okay, so now I will go into Florence. The break even is 1334. Today I'm going to share with you 2 types of units, or not 2 types of units, only left with 2 units that I really do think that is fantastic, and something that you should look at. And it's in the range of 1 to 1.1 million, which is fall into what we are going to talk about today. So those who just came in, can you help me like and share the post again? Not again, those who came in and have not shared one, and you can like my page also, so that next time there's live, you will be informed. Okay, so next week I will be sharing about 1.2 to 1.4 million property, which we have much more choices, which will be much more exciting to join us, so that we will understand what to buy also. Okay, can. Okay, so this Florence Residences site plan, I'm not going to talk not much about the site plan. I mean, a lot of people have been talking about the pool is very nice, but I'm not going to focus on all these things. I'm going to focus on one thing, which is the layout. So the layout is a very, very crucial part when we are selling. We need to understand the vicinity. If you are buying in town area, the layout is maybe not so important, because you're renting out, tenants don't really, I mean, of course you have a better layout, it will be good, but tenants don't really focus so much on the layout, because they are on a short-term basis, like 1-2 years tenancy. But buyers have to focus a lot on layout, because this is the house they think you want to buy something, you really have to think twice. This is the house that you are staying for the next 5-10 years, probably. Okay, so when we look at this, this is a 2-bedroom, 721 square feet, which is the only unit that I'm selling for Florence, and only 2 units left. I do not know of course, when you all go there, you have to get the latest update whether these units are still there. 0408 and 0234. Why these 2 units? If you look carefully, this is a 721 square feet, which is very rarely seen for a 2-bedroom in the market now, because the units are getting smaller. That's one thing. So above 700 square feet units are not very commonly seen. Secondly, enclosed kitchen for a 2-bedroom is really, really, really rare in the market. I do not know whether, I mean, you all can give me some response in the chat also. Do you all really see a lot of enclosed kitchen in the market right now? Later I will see, because the Facebook always lag a bit. So we do not really see a lot of enclosed kitchen. So you see this is a sliding door. Very key thing, there is a window at the kitchen, which is something that is important. Why? It's especially very important in Florence, because Florence is in Hougang Kovan. This location, we are talking about what? We are talking about we have two groups of buyer. One group is own stay one group is buy for rental one. So there is still a big group that is talking about own stay properties, which means your layout need to be suitable for them, for a small family to buy, to have a family there. If your layout is, you see these two layouts is the same, just that it's mirror image, and they are quite close to the break even. 1485, the break even, if you remember, is 1334. So it's about $150, still quite close. Okay. If you look at this different type of layout, this is 635, 2 bed, 1 bath. You look at the kitchen, there's a way to enclose. I would say that a lot of people will say that there's a way to enclose, but there's no way to have a window. And this is not a proper good kitchen that we are talking about. You see this versus this. So these are very important factors. I want to ask all of you one question. Those who are watching live now, if you are staying in a house, which one will you prefer? Will you prefer a enclosed one or an open one? Okay. So I myself will prefer an enclosed one. But now I'm going to show you another type, which is the open concept but 2 bed, 2 bath. So you see here very clearly. This is the cheapest unit of the 2 bed, 2 bath open kitchen. Cheapest at 1.036 versus this one 33,000 more, you get a good enclosed. So what I'm trying to tell you, if you compare this layout versus this layout, buy the first one. But if you are buying, you have a budget constraint, you are looking at this layout, no choice. Because if these two layout, I would rather choose this one toilet, 100,000 lesser. Okay, because this style unit, definitely we are buying for rental unit. There will not be a lot of buyers who are buying for own stay coming into this style unit. This one I can really tell you, because you go into resale market, you will see. Thank you, Gok Hyung and Jolene. Yeah, I think we will prefer enclosed, right? So what I'm trying to tell you is that if you focus on the open concept kitchen, you are focusing on more of rental use. So to get a good rental use, you need to have a lower purchase price. I myself got one unit of a 2 bed, 1 bath in West Coast. Okay, so what I realized is that when I'm renting out, I bought at 750. The 2 bed, 2 bath bought at about 850, 900. So I can rent it out at 2.3. They can't. They need to rent out at 2.7 or 2.8 to cover all the things that they have and get a bit of passive. So because of that, my unit is rented out very fast, and a lot of the 2 bed, 2 bath are stuck in the market. So you must. That's why I think we talk until I also a bit confused. So I come back. You want to buy 2 bed, 2 bath, you better buy something that people can stay. You better buy something that people will buy as a buyer. You don't want to buy something that is going to be rent out. You want to buy something that is you are going to rent out. Buy a 2 bed, 1 bath, which is like this. Okay, so 2 bed, because rental units, we are talking about rental you. If rental you is good, we are going to make money. So that is something that I want to run through. So this is one thing that I'm going to talk about. But of course, you can actually utilize this to actually go and see whatever properties that you want to see. To understand also your areas, what type of units people are looking for. Then from there, it's easier for you to determine what type of units to buy. Okay, Ken? So moving forward, we are going to talk about 1.1 million to 1.15 million. We are at almost a half-hour mark. I think I'll finish today at about 45 minutes. If y'all got any question, y'all can ask now, or y'all can leave it behind. But in between, y'all ask, if I can, I will answer. Okay, so that we can. I mean, this session is for all of us to actually learn together, and so that we can invest better. End of the day, I personally do think that the timing now is not the most how do I say, like, very everyone is very optimistic about market, but of course, if you do a right investment, there's no right time or wrong time. If you do your own proper search, invest in the right property, invest in the right layout, invest in the right unit, even a bad time, you're going to make money from there. Okay, so main thing, even good time is also very important to select all these things, because I've seen people buy in good time lose money also. I seen people buy in bad time make a lot of money also. So these are the things that small factors that you need to be very crucial about. Okay, can so 1.1 to 1.1 to 1.2, I'm going to talk about Riverfront Residences. This is a project that a lot of people have missed. Why I want to talk about this, later I will share with you. I'm going to have a very short thing sharing about Riverfront Residences, because it's almost, I think it's 90% sold. The price have increased a few times, same as Florence, but it have not increased drastically. You can go and check all the prices. And I'm going to take this out. One stack that the price have not gone up one. And there's still quite a number of units for you to choose from. Of course, this is not the best facing that we are talking about. Before we go into that, I'm going to show you the break-even price. This is 1174 for Riverfront Residences. So 1174, if we buy a 1,200 plus, we are safe. Okay. So the unit that we are going to run through is this Stack 59. Of course, it's not the best facing. It's facing outside. You are not in control of what you are facing. Of course, we prefer the pool view facing, but end day, you have to understand, are you buying for investment or are you buying for own stay? Are you buying to make money or are you just buying for luxury? So this one you have to determine. Okay, so why this unit? Very simple. You look at this layout. I just took another layout from another project, which I'm not going to mention. Okay, this is a 3-bedroom compact in another project. This is the 3-bedroom compact in Riverfront Residences. So compact in the market that is below 1.2 million. These are the two choices that we have. Okay, both are 915 square feet. But if you look very clearly, this is an open concept and this is a enclosed with a window. And this I have to go through with you again one more time, especially for a 3-bedroom and especially for an area of Riverfront Hougang. These areas are all HDB upgraders. HDB upgraders, to be very frank, if you ask them to stay in an open concept kitchen, they might not be able to accept. So you must understand where you are buying. Like for example, if today we are buying in Serangoon, we might not need a closed concept kitchen. We might not. But in Hougang, this and this is a heartland. This is your main target audience is who? Is all the HDB upgraders. Okay, so in fact, in the whole Singapore right now, to find an enclosed kitchen below 1.2, Riverfront Residence is the only choice left. There's nothing else you can get. In Florence, enclosed kitchen, you need close to 1.4 million. So in Riverfront Residences, this unit is going at 0259. Of course, there's still higher floor that you can go for. 1.168 million at 1276 per square foot. Okay, I have a proper kitchen, proper bedroom, everything proper. Good for own stay. Remember, you need to understand the people that is nearby you, the people that you're selling to nearby in future. Who are you selling to? You're selling to all the HDB upgraders who are looking, in fact, on the layout rather than the facing. Of course, if you get they can get a good facing, good layout, that would be the most fantastic. But remember, those good facing and good layout, they might not have bought at a cheap price also. They are going at 1314 also for Riverfront. So in fact, today we still can get a 1276 per square foot for Riverfront Residences. This is something that you want to look into if you have this budget at 1.1 to 1.2 million and you need a 3-bedroom for own stay. This is one place that you might want to put your attention on. Go and have a look. If you need more info, you can actually contact me directly on my page. Let me know so I can do I can run through some of the facts with you and run through for you so to understand what is most suitable for you. Okay. Another project 1.1 to 1.2 million is Daintree Residences. I personally love this development because the whole visage of the development is really nice, and I'm going to run through some of the figures with you. So after this, then we will have some Q&A. If you all got any burning question, if not, then we usually I think we should be ending in about 10 minutes time. Okay. So those who just came in, can you just help me like and share the live, and also help me like my page so that next time if there is any live, you'll be informed so that we can actually, if I got any new things that I'm coming up with, I can actually help you all to understand the property market a bit more. Okay, I really do hope that all the things that I'm sharing up to this point and up to this 11 episode is helpful for you all. in your property purchase journey, and also to agents who are helping your clients to actually select property. I hope that all these things is helpful for all of you to help your clients and yourself make a right decision moving forward. So do let me know if you think what the things that I'm sharing, is it helpful, or is there any other things that you would want to know so that I can run through for my next few episodes that I'm running. Okay. Okay, so this is Daintree Residences. Why am I talking about Daintree? I'm just showing you the site plan. Very, very nice is one thing. Daintree, there's a sky walk, a sky top walk that you can walk. All the blocks are actually linked up. So there's some facilities on top. I'm not going to go in depth about that, but this is something that I saw and it's quite nice. Okay. Second thing is what Daintree, the area are undergoing a huge transformation. So this is Daintree is located, I think, where I see it should be somewhere here. Okay. This is the transport hub that's coming up. Okay. This is the new mall that is coming up. I think there's another future mall that is here. Okay. This mall is going to be as big as Bedok Residences. Okay. So this, wait, I see. So this mall is going to be as big as Bedok Residences, a huge mall. They are going to change the whole area, and they are going to build the rail corridor, which is they are going to link up the whole area. And what I understand from the Western country is that condos or properties that is built along the green belt of their countries are having more profits. Why? Because humans, us, are moving towards a new era. We are looking at a lot of healthy lifestyle things, things like that. So we want to have convenient access to all these places. So I also think that Singapore, we are always a bit behind. So we will be following the trend of this. There's a high chance this is going to happen, but this is not the main thing. The main thing is what? The main thing is that you look at this. This is 200,000 square feet land. Okay, Sterling is 230,000. Sterling is 1,259 units. This is 327 units. So you have extremely low density and you enjoy more space within your development because it's this whole big piece of land I share by so little units only. Okay, so next time you want to sell, these are also points of attraction. Whenever I show my customer around, I always tell them, you see the pool no people. I mean, when the pool no people, then you feel like a condo. But when the pool is cluttered with so many people, I sometimes see it, I also don't feel like going down to swim. I don't know whether you all have this same thing in mind. Okay, so secondly, I want to compare the surrounding projects. Look at Dairy Farm Midwood, which is in Bukit Panjang or Hillview side. They are already going at one average of 1,516. Kismis 17. Mayfair Garden, Mayfair Modern, just round the corner. Of course, this is in the more towards the town area. Okay, in Dalian area at $2,000 per square foot. Today, Daintree, we are getting something at about $1,600. So key thing, remember, we are in RCR. We are getting at 1,006. A lot of projects in the market in OCR is already going at 1,516. So if you can get RCR at 16, I think this is something that you should be considering. Second thing, this is the layout. Okay, it's not the enclosed kitchen type, but this area we are talking a lot about rental. Later I will show you some of the rental. Good finishing, very good finishing by Satya. The kitchen you can actually have both sides. The fridge is actually enclosed. So at 1.155570 million, 710 square feet, 0307. Okay, I last checked, it's still available, but I do not know whether moving forward, because it's moving very fast for this development. Okay, so why here? You look at these two transactions. This is in Daintree Residences itself. These are transactions in Daintree. One bedroom transact at 1.09 million. This is a one bedroom. Today, you are getting a two bed, two bath at 1.55 million, which is about 63,000 more. You get a two bed, two bath. I'm not talking about two bed, one bath. I'm talking about you are getting a two bed, two bath at $63,000 more. Okay, and 743 square feet transacted at 1.352 million. Sorry, I forget to input the layout of 743. Why I want to emphasize on this? Because the 710 is like that. Okay, 743, the only difference is here there's a balcony. You see this line, the balcony is almost this big. Okay. So 710, one balcony, 743, two balcony, which is the inside is the same one, exactly the same. 1.352 million. So within Daintree itself, there's already transaction of 1.35 million, and you are buying at 1.55 million. Which I really do think we have good potential. If we talk about the surrounding project, very nearby, we got Park Clementes, also at about 1,006, but that's in OCR, we are in ASEA. So if you have this budget, I think we really have to put this into one of your consideration. Of course, today what I'm sharing is that some of the projects, some of the units that I have in mind, end of the day, I'm not saying that you have to buy this, is you can take this as a consideration to understand whether this fit into your criteria and whether this is something that you want to buy. Lastly, Daintree, we got quite a good rental income that we are talking about, because Terrain that is right opposite Daintree, they are 900 to 1,000 square feet bigger, but when they are bigger, they have a lot of, you go into Terrain, you can see a lot of bay window, a lot of planters, balconies. I remember one bedroom is bay window, one bedroom is planter, the living room is balcony, and the toilet is full of bay window. So their actual size is not 900 to 1,000. I think it's maybe about range of 7 plus to 800 plus. Okay, which are almost the same size. Maybe Daintree is slightly smaller, but they are going at an average of about 3,000 plus. So let's say 2.8 to 3 plus at 1.15. I'm not saying you got a fantastic rental yield, because if you want to go for rental, you might as well go for Icon. 1,900,000 over 1,000, you get 3,000 plus. So I'm saying that it's decent rental that you can, if the property price didn't increase as much as you want, you can rent out for a while. Okay, so this is a mixture of a property that have a good mixture of everything that you are looking for. So end day transaction had done in Daintree at 1,009, 1,008, very commonly seen at 1,817. Today you are buying at 1,6 plus. This is somewhere that is a safe bet. Okay. I'm at about, now I'm at about 40 minutes mark. Usually I end at this point. So at this point, anyone got any questions? I'm going to leave this next 5 to 10 minutes open to answer to all your queries. And also I would like to ask, I mean, those who are here hearing, you're in here so long already, just have an interaction now. So I would also like to understand, is all the things that I'm sharing useful? Or is there anything else that you all think that would be better for me to run through, so that I can also run my next few session on some of the topics that you all have in mind? So do you think that this property series that I'm talking about, like the range of different property prices, is helpful for all of you? Thank you, Patricia. So your thumbs up is helpful. So Daintree, 3-bedroom worth to buy. The worthwhile one, I really like with a handful of unit. If I never, the two last unit that I think that is good is 0252 and 0253, which is the outward facing, is still at 1.5 plus 1.6 per square foot. Those that's facing the pool or some of the layout is not that fantastic. Are not so ideal as of now. But the key problem with Daintree is that the jump from a 2 to a 3 is very big. So a 2-bedroom is 1.15, 3-bedroom is about 1.6 plus million. Okay, so you have to manage your finances to understand whether this is something that you would like to buy and suits your requirement. Okay, thank you, Charlotte. Okay, anybody else got anything helpful to hear from a different perspective? Thank you, Kok Hyung. Okay, so next week I will still be sharing on the 1.2 to 1.4 million property. Do you think Range 3 will have potential as well, since it's also surrounded by Bukit Timah transformation? Yes and no. You have to find the right type of unit. I would say Range 3 area is something that you can look into. But my personal opinion is, I mean, Range 3 is quite, you talk about, Range 3 is the project that is deeper in. So I personally went in before, is a bit confusing in the project itself lah. So these are factors that you want to take into consideration. So, but other than all this, Daintree location, because there's no upcoming supply in the area, and it's near to Bukit Timah transformation. This is somewhere that you can actually look into. But if you want to look into Daintree, I would say that you would rather look into older freehold in the surrounding, because usually property behave in this manner. Leasehold, when they first launch, at TOP the price go up, then it will be very stagnant in terms of the price. Okay, that is for free leasehold. Freehold will not have good rental, but freehold prices will increase usually at the maybe a 25 years mark, because this is the point that people want space. Those who want space will have to go into, usually they will prefer to buy freehold because they do not want to go for a very old property for a leasehold itself. Okay, can. So what are the rental pool for Daintree? If you ask me what are the rental pool, I would say that it's mostly people who are working in the West. And of course, you see like Jurong East, Jurong East, there's a lot of commercial, like the western side of Singapore, all these places, factories, all these places, there will be a lot of tenants that is coming from there. And those tenants are, maybe they want a better lifestyle, they have a better budget, they will come here. And in fact, if you go to Jurong West, the property prices, the property rental there are not cheap also. So if you ask me, I would rather stay in Bukit Timah region, because this is a region that you have, everything, and it's near town. You have all the facilities. So there isn't a direct place that is nearby there that is going to supply all the tenants. But end day, we just got to look at the rental returns, which is very, very stable. Okay, very good rental numbers and very good, I would say decent rental rates that we are getting monthly. Okay, do I answer you, Charlotte? Anybody else got anything else? If no, I will wait for another 3 minutes. If no, then we will end off today's session, so that I will see you all next week back for the next range of the property. So do invite more people to come in, because when I see, if every month, every week, I see 200, 300 people, I'll be very happy to share more, and I'll be very happy to research more. So share with your friends to come in together. Because when I see the numbers get lesser, maybe I will stop the whole thing, because I do not see the point of carrying on this. Okay, so please help to spread these words to get more people to come in. And also, if you got any questions that you want me to share on live, let me know so that I can run through for you, so that I also don't need to spend so much effort and time to think. Very tiring to think of topic itself also. So you got any burning questions, text me directly. I can run through a case study for yourself. Okay, for your case. Okay. So those who are finding my session helpful, help me like, help me share the live. Also help me like and share the post, my page, so that we can reach out more people. Invite more of your friends to come in to join me every week, so that we can learn more together. Then we can have more input, because when last time when we have during circuit breaker, a lot of people are listening to live, 100, 200 people. I have more questions. It's easier for, it's so much better, because all of us got something to learn and take away at the end of the day. Because everybody chip in a bit, we will learn more. Okay, so please spread the words for me. Okay, so if there's no more question, I will end off today's session, and I will see you all next week for 1.2 to 1.4 million. During this period, if you got anything that you want to ask me, do drop me a text directly in my page. I will answer, or I will put it into the next session. Okay, thank you very much. I see you all next week, and stay safe. Bye-bye.